Have you ever wondered how energy healing or vibrational healing can help you reduce the effects of aging? Well, stick with me and I'll walk you through it today. My name is Christine Dostie and I'm an energy healer. I help reduce the physical effects of stress, pain, suffering, and get down to the root causes so that you can feel better and design a life that you love. Today, we are going to talk about vibrational healing, also known as quantum healing or energy healing, and how it relates to the physical body. A lot of people, when they come to work with me, they find that energy healing at first it seems very woo, and they're not sure how it is going to help relieve them of the migraines or the stress or the not feeling good enough or more physical things, since I never touch you and I can do it remotely from a distance. So, fair question, and let's dive into it. The first point about energy healing is that it works with the quantum energy field that exists all around us. So energy is information, it is vibrating all the time, which is why it's also called vibrational healing. And it vibrates at different frequencies. There are low, slow, dense frequencies that we often associate with more physical and material things, but there are higher frequencies that go faster and are less connected to the density of matter. And those are more like your thoughts and your feelings. And it goes into the ether, if you will, the idea form. And then it comes down into matter and slows down and becomes something more solid. It works on a spectrum. It can go up and down at all the times. We go in and out. We are fluctuating constantly because we are dynamic, energetic, and physical beings. So for this reason, we can work with the aging process because we're vibrating all the time. And as we get older, what ends up happening is certain processes in the body begin to slow down. Certain cell reproduction starts to get malformed as it reproduces and regenerates. And this goes into the next point about vibrational healing and aging, which is that your cells are always listening. They're always listening to the thoughts you're thinking. They're always listening to the emotions that you're feeling. And it translates in the body as a chemical response. So every thought that you think has a correlating chemical vibration that is felt in the body. And just as the food that you eat creates nutrients that the body feeds off of, the same thing with your thoughts and your feelings. And those feelings vibrate at a certain level. They might be denser and lower and feel sluggish and not so good. And that's like depressive, anger, feeling resistant or stuck. Then there's the higher vibrationals, which are happiness and joy and feeling really connected, right? And in tune with your life. And they feel better in the body. And your cells are always listening to this baseline feeling, right? So as you go through your life, if you're having too much stress, for example, and a lot of what you're doing is stress-based and the decisions you're making are stress-based, and the way you're operating and responding to your life is stress-based or fear-based or from a depressive state or one of these lower states, as the cells are listening, they're creating a baseline of where the energy vibration is when they regenerate. And so when we're eating bad foods or we're drinking too much alcohol or we're eating fast food, right? All of that creates proteins and minerals and vitamins in the body that then get put into the cell environment inside the body that reproduce as the cell reproduces. So as we get older, the telomeres shorten. Some of the DNA strands don't quite reproduce and replicate the way that they're supposed to. Pieces get broken, and that's how cancer gets introduced. That's how autoimmune disorders get introduced. That is how we end up aging and getting sick. But that is also what they are learning and creating more in science, this is not woo, is that the aging process is very much related to how we process our emotions and handle stress. And the more we retain and push that stuff down into the body, over time and as we age, it calcifies and solidifies and contributes to the degeneration of the cells and our mental and physical processes and prowess, right? Sexuality, all of it. So that brings me to point number 3, the magical point, which is that in your subconscious, that really they are learning epigenetics and science, is that we can turn with our belief, we can activate, turn cells on, turn them off, activate them, deactivate them, depending on how we believe. For example, if you grow up believing that, one parent is really good in math and you're not good in math and you're more like your other parent, and you're telling yourself that story and that belief over and over and over again, your body is eventually going to go, oh, okay, we're bad at math. Now, are you actually bad at math? Who knows? You may never know, because you turn that gene off and shut it down with the story that you were telling. Same thing with abundance. Same thing with what you believe that you deserve out of life, right? Same thing with the physical stuff. If you have a relative who had a heart condition and died of a heart attack in their 50s, then when you approach their age, there is going to be a story that comes up. Am I like them? Am I going to have the same disease they have? And how convinced you are is going to, on a very subconscious and yes, a very real level, determine whether or not those cells get activated. But the beauty of point number 3 is that the subconscious can't tell the difference between real and imagined. And this works to our benefit when it comes to energy healing. As a component of energy healing, I heal body systems. I'll heal the adrenals. I'll heal the liver, the pancreas, all the systems that keep us alive and energy, do a brain healing. It's not just relationship clearings and cutting cords and more esoteric things. We go into the energetic DNA of the body, which again, the cells can't tell any difference. They are listening all the time, and they are listening to the belief of what's happening and how you're behaving. And that ties into the energy and the energetic healing and the frequency of where you're operating at. So when you begin to heal the energetic systems and you're telling your story of health in your body, and then because you're feeling good, you start to eat better, exercise more, and do the physical supports that come with it, the energetic healing that goes with it on the vibrational quantum level also helps keep you young and vital. Because whenever I do an energetic healing, it is always to return to a healthy, vital state, 25-year-old, even if that's not you, just the concept, because at 25, the brain is fully formed and we are at our peak performance of wherever we're going to be in our lives. So energetically, we reset the patterns constantly and continuously back to that state. We tell the cells to reprogram and reproduce and replicate from that state and moving forward with the nice long telomeres, all the DNA strands connected together and in perfect, the perfect shape that they ought to be in, not the broken pieces because you smoked for 20 years, or the other broken pieces because you stopped exercising, or the arthritis that's getting in your hands, which is all part and parcel of aging, but that's also part and parcel of the story that we're telling ourselves about aging. So the beauty of energetic healing is that we can use it to create a new story about our energetic healing. And as we buy into and support that story, and we clear out the energetic debris and gunk and plaque that is getting stuck in the body, that also supports the physical habits and boundaries that we're using. And then voila, all together, the physical and the energetic are working together to allow you to reach the end point of your time here on earth, still physically healthy, mentally intact, and all the energy that you desire to live a life that you love. So again, my name is Christine Dostie, and if you are interested, please reach out to me. I am here to help you age beautifully and love every minute of it. See you in the next one.